Welcome back to WCCF Tech, guys, and yes, that is in fact the Sapphire Nitro Plus Limited Edition Radeon RX Vega 56. It's not the 64, we got the 56 to play with here. It's actually a really cool card. Unfortunately, today we're not going to have a full review ready because we just got the card in, so we haven't had much time to really do a whole lot with it. So what we're going to do is take a look at the unboxing, see what all the card comes with, see what kind of features that it comes packed with. And then we are going to have a couple of results. We're going to take a look at a quick run of Firestrike, as well as, oh, how well does this thing mine Ethereum and how much power is it drawing? Because there is concerns about the fact that it has 3 8-pin connectors. So let's jump into this unboxing and overview real quick and take our first look at this card. All right, guys, so let's get this puppy out of the box. So we went ahead and popped it over there. Ugh, it's kind of hard to get. Let's see here. Oh, it's a brown cardboard box. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Nice foam here. Nice foam. Nice foam. All right, so here is the quick installation guide in case you don't know how. So how to hook up the power, yada, yada, yada. So let's get that out of the way. A registration card. We will not be registering this. We will be sending it back shortly. So this is, oh, system fan control. We'll take a look at that once we get it out. So it looks like there is a 4-pin fan connector here and here. So there are 2 on the card. So looks like you get the additional fan control from the GPU. And it comes with a support bracket and 2 screws. That's kind of cool. So shows you how to use a support bracket just in case you can't figure that out, and how to secure it to the case. Luckily we won't really need that in an open air test bench. So here's the screws for the support bracket. They're pretty long, so that helps. This is, oh, that's actually really nice. So it's padded over here, and it's got the, let's see if I can get that to focus, the Nitro logo there. So you actually push it in and you can slide it. So I thought maybe it's screwed, but it doesn't. It pushes in and slides. So that's a nice added feature that you get. So again, nice Sapphire branded support bracket. And that appears to be all that's in the box. Well, save for the graphics card. Let's go ahead and, goodness, holy crap. Yeah, I see why they gave a support bracket. Holy smokes. This sucker is heavy. Holy crap. So there it is. It's really, really heavy. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel this off. I do at least get the luxury of being the one to peel the plastic off of it. We'll get some better shots of the card here in just a moment. But I want to take a look at, there's the back of it. It's so beefy. But there's the fan header. Probably don't know if you can see that right there or not. But you can see the really dense heatsink. It looks like the VRMs do have a heat pipe going through the cooler. That's really nice to see. So it's a copper contact for the VRMs. I'm not able to take this card apart as I will have to send it off to another reviewer. And I don't want to affect their thermal testing that they'll be doing, but it is cool to be able to see right through the side here how they cooled the VRMs. Alright, so nice little mirror finish over here, and 3 8-pins, holy smokes. So there's the other fan connector right there, as well as BIOS selection right there. So let's get some nice pretty shots of this card. It's a very nice looking backplate. So now that we've taken a look at the unboxing and kind of what all it comes with, let's talk specifications of this card because it is quite feature packed. Now in the full review, we're going to break things down and go through the way the cooler works, all of the additional features of it, but we just don't have time at the moment, just like we don't even have the pricing at the time of this recording. So those should all be very interesting, which is also why it's hard to do the full review at the time of filming. So what we're looking at here is, of course, the RX Vega 56 graphics core. We're looking at 3,584 stream processors packed into 56 compute units, hence the name Vega 56. We've got a boost core clock of 1572 megahertz and a base core clock of 1305. on the standard BIOS setting. Now the memory clocks at 800 megahertz, but you can overclock it. We've played with it a little bit. We had no problem getting it up to the 945 that the Vega 50 or 64 runs at, but going past that resulted in artifacting right away. So of course it does have 8 gigs of HBM2 memory on a 2048-bit bus. We've got dual UEFI BIOS, and we'll talk about how those work here in just a moment. Now, the form factor is a 3-slot card. It's more like a 2.5, but at least they did list it as a 3-slot card, so it's going to take up more than 2 slots. As far as outputs, we've got 2 display ports and 2 HDMI for you VR nuts out there. Dimension-wise, we're looking at 310 millimeters long by 133 millimeters wide and 54 millimeters tall. Of course, it's got a 4-monitor maximum display support and a 14-phase VDDC power delivery, which is quite nice. Now, speaking on cooler design, we are looking at 3 fans. We've got 2 on the left and the right are 95 millimeters. They have a counterclockwise spinning orientation. The 90 millimeter fan in the center spins clockwise. We're looking at dual ball bearing fans, and these are replaceable. So just like with the fan check technology, you can remove these fans and replace them if there's ever a problem with them. We're looking at 3 8mm heat pipes and 3 6mm heat pipes on a vapor chamber design, which is really nice. So technically it's almost like they could have called this the Vapor X like they used to do, but they went with the Nitro Plus limited edition instead. The cooling module for the VRMs, just like we pointed out in the unboxing, it's a 2 6mm heat pipes and a copper base, which is quite nice. It's got a full backplate, which it contains more LEDs. This thing is LED'd out. Now, as far as the BIOS settings go, we have the first BIOS, which is the default one, boost up to 1572 megahertz, and a memory clock up to 800 megahertz with the 1600 megabits per second effective rate. Target GPU of 70C, fan stops at 50C, and the fan starts at 55C. Fan speed is nominally around 1500 RPM, the maximum of 3200 RPM. The second BIOS is the efficiency setting with a engine clock up to 1471 megahertz, 800 megahertz on the memory, and the same fan profiles. So let's talk slight numbers on performance. So actually, I'm going to get the camera off and we're going to actually move it around here, because right now it's the whole time we've been doing this video, it's actually been mining Ethereum just to test and see how well it does. Notice the fans actually turned off, so that should give you a hint on how things are going over here. All right, so here they are. They turned off again. Now I'm going to turn the monitor back on. It's off. Speaking of which, this is the new Pixio PX277. We will be reviewing that soon. See the power draw there, and then we'll move over to the megahertz per second, 41.8. That is quite impressive. It's actually really crazy how well this thing does that. And there is the stock results. So a graphics score of 20,348 running at the default stock setting. So of course you see the score has not been validated online. We have to keep it offline because at the time the NDA is not up. So yeah, kind of got to keep that one to ourselves. So physics score of 20,350 using the Ryzen 7 1700 at 3.9 gigahertz with a combined score of 6,002. So with all of that out of the way, we got quite a bit left to look at when it comes to this card. So it's quite the robust cooling solution. It's quite the robust power delivery. It's insane on the power delivery. So we're going to see just how far we can overclock this graphics card. So that's all we have today for the Nitro Plus RX Vega 56 from Sapphire. So stay tuned. We'll have the full review done in just a few days. So I'm actually about to get started on that right now.